In this video, we're just looking at exact values for angles within 90 degrees, or the acute angles. So what's cosine 45, what's tan 0, what's sine 60 degrees, and what's cosine 30. So just a little refresh on the unit circle. Do you remember how we were looking at the unit circle? So this might be, cosine 45 degrees. Here's our unit circle there. And we always start from the positive x-axis, okay? And then we sweep 45 degrees. That looks something like that. And cosine is our x-coordinate. So we draw a circle that intersects with the circumference of the circle. Okay, just a little dot there. And we know the coordinate is going to be here. The x1 will be cosine 45, and the y1 will be sine 45, okay? This is the x and this is the y. Now, let's just let that load up, but we know that the cosine 45 is going to correspond to the x value, okay, of our unit circle. And we know that the cosine 45 actually has an exact value because it's one of our key angles. Where do we get the exact values from? From our table. So cosine 45 degrees, we look across, is root 2 on 2. So we simply say this is root 2 on 2, and this one here is going to be root 2 on 2. So instead of saying cosine 45, you can say that this x value ordinate is root 2 on 2. Tan 0, we go up. Tan 0 is going to be 0. We know that if we drew this also as a unit circle, and I think of tangent as the gradient, and we'll look at that in more depth next in exercise 1A, but we can see here, and let's just say I draw, look at that, I've just drawn the a 0 degree line. So it starts at the x-axis, it moves 0 degrees, so it's the same line. Now what's the gradient of that red line there? Well, it's 0, isn't it? So this is always the gradient, so the gradient of that line is 0. Sine 60 degrees, we just look up, sine 60 degrees is root 3 on 2. And in that case, we've got our unit circle. 60 degrees looks something like that. And in this case, we know that it's going to be the x value is cosine 60, and the y value is sine 60. And so therefore, the exact value there is root 3 on 2. Okay, just let that one load up. And then we've got cosine 30 degrees. Cosine 30 degrees from our table, we can see it's root 3 on 2. There's our values there. So just pause the video, have a go at A to D, and then press play to confirm your answer. Okay, so your turn is going to start now. So sine 45 degrees is root 2 on 2. Tan 90 is undefined. Okay, and if we have a look at that unit circle, start the positive x-axis and draw that up. So we know that this is 90 degrees. And then remember, tangent, I said before, was like the gradient of the line. We can see the gradient of a line that's just vertical is undefined. It doesn't have a gradient. So we just go undefined. Cosine 90. Cosine 90 is going to be 0. And sine 30 is going to be a half. And we can always just go back and just check these values, right? Now I just know these off the top of my head, and I hope you get to that point too. That's the end of this video.